Alright, people, we're back. Tonight, right now I got on tap for you, UFC 128. Little pre-fight, couple of fights I grabbed out of there that I thought were probably the most interesting ones. There's probably a few more in there that some of you guys might want to hear about, but I want to make it quick. So, a couple of fights that I really enjoy on that card that are coming up. But I'm also going to mention some of the other really, really good matchups that are coming up. Interesting one I thought was, you got Lyoto Machida coming off a loss. Taking out Randy Couture. I've said what I've said about Randy Couture in the past, and if Lyoto Machida comes in here with his head on straight and his normal game plan, he'll probably knock the fucking shit out of Randy Couture, probably knock him out. But if he comes in here apprehensive, Randy Couture gets him against the cage, walls and stalls him. We could see a stupid match. I mean, we could, but you know what? I'm really having a hard time buying it that Randy Couture will beat Lyoto Machida. Just me. Moving along, another very interesting match, which is Couture Machida is at 129. This match is also at UFC 129, which is Jose Aldo taking on Mark Hominick. I think it's a very, very cool matchup because Mark Hominick has been really, really explosive his last couple fights. Just looks to be a really, really good, just a good appears to be a really good opponent for Jose Aldo. You know, do I bank on him winning? No, I kind of give it a little more in the direction of Jose Aldo. I kind of wish, I kind of hope that Mark Hominick can pull it out. But because I kind of like the guy, you know what I mean? I think he's a young, bright kid. Just still got a really both of them guys still have really kind of low records and don't have, in terms of fighting, you know what I mean? In terms of their MMA records, not a ton of experience. I don't want to discredit the guys by any means. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I think they both have still a lot of learning to do. You know, I mean, Jose Aldo probably a little bit less learning that he's got to do because he's in a great camp. But Mark Hominick, in my opinion, just appears to be a really, really good matchup for him. Gonna be a tough night for both guys, man. I think. Like I said, I weigh in, on Aldo's side a little bit more, but it'll be a badass fight. I can't pick a winner. You know what I mean? Like I said. Aldo's probably going to get it, in my opinion. Matyushenko taking on Jason Brills. Also UFC 129. This could be a really, really sick fight because you got Matyushenko is a guy that's really good ground and pound, great ground and pound. Going against Jason Brills, good wrestler, great submission guy. You know what I mean? But there's another thing added to those great submissions. Matyushenko's never been submitted, so I mean this is just a crazy ass match. It could be his first time. Who knows? Could be Matyushenko's first time getting submitted. We'll see. But I think stand and bang. I'm gonna lean towards a Vladimir. You know what I mean? But if it goes to the ground, I think Brill's got a good shot at subbing him. But we got to look at the fact that he's never been subbed before. You know, Vladimir never has. So I mean, it's got the makings of an awesome match, man. Just an awesome match. So. Moving along, another actually really good fight as I'm moving into UFC 128. Good fight, and I think I'm really hoping Nate Marquardt can come back with this fight because if he doesn't, it's going to really look bad because he's taking on Dan Miller. Like I said, UFC 128, little pre-fight action here. It's going to really bum me out because I'm a fan of Nate Marquardt. You know what I mean? Lately, I've been really pissed about how things have been going for him. I don't know if it's a lack of training. I don't know. Maybe he needs to change camps a little bit. Could be, man. I mean, but one thing I can say is it's like something's definitely going on with his training. We talked to Paul Buentello on the radio show a couple shows back, a couple months back, and he's like, sometimes when a guy loses, it's really hard to pick yourself up out of that and get to, get back to winning ways. It's really hard to pick yourself up. We've seen Lyoto Machida have that hard time. We've seen Nate Marquardt is having that hard time. We've seen a ton of guys over the years have hard times with that. Hopefully, Nate Marquardt can get past Dan Miller, which I'm going to go ahead and bet on Nate Marquardt. But if he fucking loses this fight, I will never bet on him again because it's like, dude, okay. He just had a kid. I mentioned this a few months on the show too. It seems like whenever he has a kid, he tends to lose a fight or something. I don't know, but hopefully that's out of his head, and he's ready to get back to winning ways, man, and take this fucking fight, please. You know what I mean? So. Moving along, Shayla Roos taking on Jim Miller. UFC is obviously putting the screws to Jim Miller because no disrespecting to Shayla Roos. Shayla Roos is good, but it's taking Jim Miller and putting him backwards when he should be looking more towards, top 5, taking on, possibly working his way towards a title shot, but he's going backwards towards Belarus. Belarus is not as good. Belarus is good. Not as good as Jim Miller, though, in my opinion. Jim Miller, I think, has looked fucking sensational in his last few. My opinion, man, the guy's ready. I mean, maybe one more fight, maybe this Belarus fight. If he wins this fight, maybe, get him heading towards a title shot, man. Because Jim Miller can kick some ass on his feet, and if it goes to the ground, there's no telling where that fight's going to go, because that guy's fucking good from everywhere, man. I mean, I have a lot of faith in Jim Miller. I mean, Jim Miller, I think, looks fucking great. I'd say in his past 4 or 5 fights, I've become a huge fan of him, Belarus, I'm not as knowledgeable on. I do know his good points, stuff like that, so I do think it's going to be a very good fight. But I just don't see Belarus getting past Jim Miller. I don't buy it yet. You know what I mean? So, could be a surprising night. Who knows? Uriah Faber taking on Eddie Wineland. Eddie Wineland's a slick fighter. Fairly good on the ground, mostly good on his feet, striking and whatnot. Seen a couple good matches out of him. Like Belarus, I'm not crazily knowledgeable on him, but, if Uriah is able to get him down, work a little bit of ground and pound, and maybe go for a sub, could be tough times for Eddie. But if Eddie's able to, keep a game plan going, hopefully he's watched some Aldo tape. You know what I mean? Maybe something along those lines. I don't know. He don't have the slickness of Aldo, so. But I don't know. We'll see, man. I think it's going to be a good fight. I'm going to weigh in the area of Uriah Faber, but main event: Mauricio Shogun Hua taking on Johnny Bones Jones. And yeah, I said that on purpose. John Bones Jones lately has been kind of really, a couple months back, I heard an interview with him where he was like, "Oh, I don't really think I'm not really cocky or anything. I've always been really, really confident. I don't think it's really going in my head or anything. I've always been a really confident person. I believe in being confident." And I don't know. I kind of I don't see that being true now. I think him getting this title shot, him being offered the title shot. What I heard recently was he's been out signing, talking to fans and stuff like that, and signing stuff as 2011 light heavyweight champion. Signing it that way. I don't know the full story, so I'm not going to, play on like I know the whole story, but there was something along those lines. So, and I thought that's just dicky, and then, Who was camp? Got word of that, and they're fucking pissed. So, experience-wise, I think John Jones might want to, don't fucking overlook Shogun, man. Just don't do it. You know what I mean? I've been kind of in John Jones' corner, thinking he's probably going to take this, but it's like we're talking about Shogun here. So we can't be fooled, you know what I mean, by everything out there saying that, John Jones is going to beat Shogun, you know what I mean? John Jones' favorite against Shogun. How can somebody be favored over the champion? Yeah, we've seen it happen before. It's not new, but it's going to make for an awesome match. I mean, it's going to be a great match. I expect pretty good war, man. I mean, we never know. You never know until you get to the fight. But I don't know, man. What do you guys think, man? Does John Jones have it to take out Shogun? What do you guys think, man? We'll see you tomorrow night. But yeah, tune in next time. We're going to have some more information on the tournament. Strike Force Heavyweight Grand Prix. Some more information on that. IllegalElbowRadio.com. Go over there. Click the follow button. Jump on with us, man. A lot of cool stuff going on there. Legal Elbow Radio on Blog Talk. BlogTalkRadio.com. Legal Elbow. See you guys next time, man. Have a good night. Enjoy the fights on Saturday. It's going to be bitching.